Time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
After a nice start to February this weekend, weather-wise here in central and eastern Kentucky, it got even better, if that's possible, on this Monday. A record-setting day, low 70s in most locations. We do have a frontal boundary, a weak one, moving through later this evening and overnight. So it will be a bit cooler as clouds linger, I think, at least during the early part of the day on Tuesday. Wet weather, that's going to ramp up midweek. Showers, even a few rumbles of thunder in there. And overall, an active weather pattern looks like it's going to stay in place for the upcoming weekend. So you'll probably need to keep the umbrella handy. Clouds this morning exiting the area. We've got a few that are beginning to creep in from the west. So as we get deeper in the evening, we should see increasing cloud cover and expecting overcast conditions overnight. Maybe even a few patches of drizzle here and there. Looking good and feeling good downtown Mount Sterling there in Montgomery County. 66. We're about 20 minutes or so from sunset. So beginning to back temperatures down, and our winds not quite as strong as what we had a little bit earlier. Jackson County near McKee at the Mesonet site, it is 67. We had sustained winds out of the southwest at about 10, 15, 20 much of the afternoon, with higher gusts. It's still 70 here in Lexington, where we set a record of 72, besting the old record of 70 set all the way back in 1890 for February 3rd. And you see the upper 60s and low 70s, and we're good 9 to 10 degrees milder than this time yesterday. Wind gusts still 20 to 25. I think those will back down a bit, although it will stay breezy during the overnight. The cooler air eventually is going to rotate in a little bit later on. There's your frontal boundary kind of stretched out across the central part of the Ohio Valley, so that cooler air will lag behind it. And again, everything being relative, cool meaning mid-50s tomorrow. We can handle that after what we had to deal with much of January. Again, a few little sprinkles or some patchy drizzle on the table, depending on location. Mid-40s to begin tomorrow, probably low 50s down south with some stubborn cloud cover in the morning. That's usually the case. By the afternoon, we get back into some sun. Northeast wind, the key to kind of leveling things out and keeping us just a touch cooler, but still above average. So we're going to bounce around a little bit. Notice how we do cool it off on Friday. We got a midweek system and then yet another one heading into the upcoming weekend. Wednesday is going to be all about location relative to our temperatures. Notice how this warm front arcs through. So 56, the key to that is the front getting through here in the bluegrass. Down south, you're good. Probably mid-upper 50s to around 60. North of the front, it stays in the 40s. So we're going to see a gradient during the afternoon. 40s north, 60s south. The warm front arcs through. Temperatures rise overnight. We're going to be dealing with scattered showers and some storms. Everyone in the 60s, and then once that front moves through, we cool it off. We're talking about a quarter inch, maybe upwards of an inch, with the midweek system breaking the action Friday. And then we're back at it this weekend. And the one thing you got to keep in mind, of course, given the fact that we've had an awful lot of rain lately, we are looking at the potential of maybe some flooding, especially considering some of those smaller streams and creeks already still dealing with some advisories out there. Note the cool down on Sunday. I think much of the rain will be out of here by the afternoon, but just over the next 7 days, you throw 1.5 inches, 2 inches down on top of a wet ground, and that again could create a few issues. Clouds increase, patchy drizzle tonight, 45. Coming up tomorrow, 54. Clouds linger in the morning with some sunshine later in the afternoon. The extended forecast there, you see occasional rain and storms possible Wednesday, Thursday, closer to average Friday. Keep that rain gear handy over the course of the weekend. A little dose of reality early next week with highs back into the upper 30s.